Today, I'm going to show you how to build your own budget e-bike. I wanted to build this e-bike specifically for going up hills and being able to get to class faster and on time. My intention for building this bike was specifically for power and affordability. So I could get a cheap e-bike, but it wouldn't be able to handle the power that I need to go uphill, and the power that I do need is just be an expensive e-bike. So basically, I got stuff off Marketplace. Not only are they used, but they're still good for the power that I need to be able to complete this build. With the conversion kit, I negotiated from 120 and I got it negotiated down to 105. And as for the battery, I negotiated from 250 to 200. So the bike, I picked it up from Goodwill for 15 bucks. So with the battery, conversion kit, and the bike, it'll come out to 320. As for the motor, I'm putting a 1500-watt motor onto the bike, and with a battery with 40 volts with an 18 amp hour. Here, I'm struggling with putting the motor onto the bike, so I'm taking out the derailleur to make it easier for myself. Here, I'm showing you how to test an e-bike motor. So here, you can see it's freewheeling, but then once you put the wires together, it creates a resistance. So here, when you have the wires together, it creates that closed circuit for resistance, but as soon as you let it go, then it starts freewheeling. Here, we're taking out the bottle cage so we can mount the battery bracket onto it. So now we're taking off the bolts for the bottle cage. We're gonna add the bracket. There's 2 bolts. So when putting the battery on, I can see that it's hitting the bolts where the other bottle cage would go. So I took those off so I could get some clearance for the new battery. I got some albondigas, so took a little break. Now we're gonna connect the controller and the motor together. There's just one plug and 3 wires, a blue, yellow, and a green wire. Now we're gonna add the throttle. It's just one cable. All the cables have their own cables, so you're not gonna have to worry about which cable goes to which because they have their own different type of plugins. So here I was being impatient because I didn't have the adapter from the battery and the controller, which are different sizes. So I tried to test it out, the throttle, and I do not recommend doing this at all. So yeah, just don't do this. I'm just showing for educational purposes. So here I probably fried the BMS, and that's why now it doesn't tell me if it's fully charged or not. So now I got this new cable that just came in. Now I'm able to connect the battery and the controller together. So here I'm showing you with a butt connector that has flux in it. So I snip off the tip a little bit so that you can create the wires to be able to spread, and yeah, you will have to have the wires have more surface area touching each other to get a stronger connection. So I snipped off a little bit of the plastic here around it, little rubber. I'm gonna show you how it's supposed to be done. So you spread them apart from each other to get them loose, and then be able to push them together. With more of a surface, you're able to get a stronger connection. So to be able to do this, you're gonna need a heat gun, and you can see how it's shrinking. And with the flux in the middle, you can see that it's start melting. Here I just electric taped it so it could look a little nicer and get a little water resistance from it. Now I'm being able to test it out, see if all the cables are connected right, and see if I'm getting any power to the motor. Now we got power to the throttle. Now let's see if the motor works. That sound you're hearing is from the tire, and it's a pretty old tire, and I'm gonna replace it soon. Here I'm showing you all the zip ties that I've added to it to make it a little bit cleaner, and I mounted on the controller underneath the seat because it's not able to fit between the body frame. So zip tied the wire to the frame, make it look a little bit cleaner. Here are all the zip ties that I use on the e-bike. Now the only thing left to do is just add the throttle onto the bike to make it complete. I tested the bike at school, and we're gonna go test out the hill, see if the e-bike's able to go up the hill effortlessly. If you made this far into the video, thank you so much, and I deeply appreciate it. As you can see, it passed the test, and here's just another clip of me cruising around school. If you like this video and want to see more videos like this, subscribe down below for more future videos.